Hello, what's up? Ali here for another important update on what is happening on our PS4 jailbreak scene. So the headline is 5 new bug bounties awarded by PlayStation to CTERT potential PS4 kernel exploit in there. But before we read through this whole article, let me just have a brief explanation on what is this bounties from Sony and what are these exploits for those who are not yet aware. So this PlayStation bounty system is a bounty given to those who are able to discover some bug or exploit on the PS4 and the PS5 system. For whatever the reason is, if anyone was able to discover a vulnerability on their current system will be awarded. And one of the most important exploit that we have right now is the Mast1c0re exploit discovered by CTERT. It is an exploit that uses a vulnerability from a PS2 classic game, and within this vulnerability, they are able to load some exploits. But unfortunately, the most important part of the exploit, which is the kernel exploit, is still not present for the later firmwares. But unfortunately, a few days ago, CTERT has announced his retirement on the PS4 jailbreak scene. But now this news has surfaced that he has received 5 bounties from the Sony bounty system. For now, let us go ahead and read through this whole article. Then later, we are going to provide our thoughts and insights. So 5 new bug bounties awarded by PlayStation to CTERT potential PS4 kernel exploits in there. So these were the last 6 bounties from Sony, and 5 of them are for CTERT. So PS4 hacker CTERT has announced his departure from the PlayStation hacking scene a few days ago, but it seems he has found a lot of bugs before he chose to leave. Although the hacker hasn't given precise reasons for why he's leaving, he's mentioned in the past that he's had good interactions with the bug bounty system at Sony. Yesterday, PlayStation's HackerOne page got updated with 6 new bug bounties, 5 of which have been attributed to CTERT. Michael Crump notes that Sony have paid out a bit more than $50,000 in bounties during the last 90 days, which could easily mean that CTERT has disclosed up to 5 critical exploits for either the PS4 or the PS5, PS4 being the most likely. And it's possible each of these exploits could lead to a jailbreak. With the CTERT leaving the scene though, the potential for official disclosure of any of these hacks appear very small. So these are the reports from the PlayStation bounty system from the HackerOne page. Could there really be 5 new kernel exploits for the PS4? We might never know the nature of these exploits, although it's very possible that diff of upcoming firmware updates could tell hackers what has been patched and where. Reverse engineering of the diffs could then give details about the patches, and therefore the exploit. This is how it happened for the 9.0 jailbreak after all. It's of course unclear if CTERT's report are all potential kernel exploits. xploits theorizes that there are possibly less than that, based on the total sum being paid in bounties, but hopefully time will tell. Well, basically, the amount of the bounties given is also based on the level of the vulnerability that was discovered. Other news from PlayStation Bug Bounty Program. In other news, PlayStation have added their iOS and Android PlayStation apps to their bounty program. Those of you who don't have a specialized PS4 PS5 knowledge but are proficient in iOS Android reverse engineering might give this one a try. HackerOne also added a scope feature which significantly clarifies which bug reports are accepted for each company, down to some pretty granular level. PlayStation's entry for exploit clarifies which one of its APIs are in scope for their bounty program, as well as which hardware in case PS4 and PS5. As always, stay tuned to wololo.net as we'll be sure to let you know if anything spicy eventually surfaced from this. Okay, so I will just leave a link on our description for this article for you to check them yourself. Alright, so let us go back to some of the details on this report. So according to xploits, based from the amount of the bounty provided to CTERT, this could be less than a kernel exploit. But is there any possibility that any of these 5 exploits can help the current status of the Mast1c0re? Well, hopefully yes, but there's also a possibility that they are just some minor exploits. So is this actually a good news or a bad news? Well, there is a gray area here because, this bounty program, they provide some hope on the jailbreak scene because of the discoveries of this exploit. But unfortunately, the original author of this current exploit, which is the Mast1c0re, has already retired. So did he pass his project to a different hacker, or the exploit will retire along with him? Well, fortunately, there are other exploits currently that that may shed some light for the next jailbreak, and I'm hopeful that there is still something on these new bounties that can definitely help the current status of our jailbreak. And since it's more than 2 years since the release of 9.0 and there hasn't been any progress yet, I am hopeful that these new discoveries can help us to the next level with or without a cheater. So this will be it for now. If there are anything you would like to add or share on our current topic, please go ahead and share them on our comment section. And again, this is Ali. If you found this video helpful, please go ahead and like and subscribe, and I will definitely see you on our next video. Bye-bye.